Ginagawa lang po, Mr. Chair, magbebenta siya sa sarili niya. Kasi siya rin ang may-ari eh. Eh kung hindi po ninyo nakikita ang pinag-uusapan natin dito at pipilitin nyo kami na papaniwalain, sana i-disprove nyo yung sinasabi namin.
So where is justice now?
So I think it's really hard to avoid
It
civic.
meaning to say justice has to be equal. It cannot be justice for one and justice for another set of standard for two. It has to be equal.
Sabi po ng PESA kanina is ability to generate thousands of jobs. Ang sineserbisyuhan lamang po niya, sinasabi ko na kanina, ABSCBN Film Productions Inc., Sarimanok, Creative Programs. Isa lamang po ang kanyang kliyente, ito nga yung ABSCBN Global Hungary. So kumita po siya 2018 sa Pilipinong peso, 2,679,475,631 pesos.
Your
Ang
Honor,
ginagawa lang po, Mr. Chair, magbebenta siya sa sarili niya. Kasi siya rin ang may-ari eh. Eh kung hindi po ninyo nakikita ang pinag-uusapan natin dito at pipilitin nyo kami na papaniwalain, sana i-disprove nyo yung sinasabi namin.
Your Honor, may I respond to that, please?
Yes, sir.
We are not selling to ourselves, and it's misleading to say that because yung ultimate customers po are the Filipino and non-Filipino audience around the world. Yung Hungary po licenses the content to other companies around the world, which then redistributes it by forging agreements in the respective jurisdictions. That's how Hungary is able to generate foreign exchange, which it then pays to Big Dipper. On the employment question about Big Dipper not generating thousands and thousands of jobs, in the IT sector, typically it's not labor intensive. I think the government's plan here was to build the IT sector because I think the economy is composed mainly of, or move, as I understand, to a more manufacturing IT-based economy. So I think this is what we're trying to do here. And in terms of what Big Dipper has accomplished over the last 10 years, I think we have been able to fulfill what the government set out to do, which is to generate employment, to build the IT sector, to generate foreign exchange, which we mentioned was $237 million. And also there will be a multiplier effect to all this economic activity. So I don't think it's correct to say na wala pong pinapaikot lang or we're just selling to ourselves. I think Big Dipper has been able to fulfill the initial objective set by the government in the investment priorities plan in 2009.
Don't you think what you said is supposed to be the one to be testified to by PESA and other competent agencies? Kayo po yung nagsasabi para sa sarili niyo eh. You don't have to support yourself. You don't have to patronize yourself. PESA should be the one to ratify and even support your statements kung talagang ganun na kayo. But what we see here is a different story.
Your Honor, may I ask that Attorney Othello be recognized to respond?
Mr. Chair.
Sige po, Attorney Othello.
Okay. Your Honor, maybe we may give our comments on the various points that you have raised. First, on whether or not a service would qualify as an export product, Your Honor. Because I think there is a impression that only a physical good can be exported. But under our laws, even services may be exported, Your Honor. And that is provided under our PESA law, and in fact, even under the tax code, Your Honor. And also, so that's why under the resolution number 00411 that was passed by PESA law, it allowed the registration of information technology enterprises, Your Honor. So it could provide IT services abroad, Your Honor. So these are not physical product. Thus, these are in the form of services. Same with BPOs, Your Honor. So they provide services. These are considered exports and are entitled to incentives under the PESA law, Your Honor, provided they satisfy the conditions set under our PESA regulations, Your Honor. So in this case, Your Honor, PESA applied for registration, no, of its activities under that regulation, and under the evaluation made by PESA, it qualified, and so it was able to avail, no, of the preferential, specifically a income tax holiday for the first 6 years, and after the expiration of the tax holiday, it was allowed to enjoy the 5% gross income tax, just like other qualified locators, Your Honor. Now, as to the point that Big Dipper has only one client abroad, Your Honor, which is also a wholly owned subsidiary, Your Honor, which is ABSCBN Global Hungary. Although this is also a wholly owned subsidiary of ABSCBN Corp, since this corporation was organized in a foreign country, from under Philippine laws, that is considered a non-resident foreign corporation, Your Honor, because we follow the place of incorporation rule. So the nationality of that corporation is a non-resident, Your Honor. So that if Big Dipper, which is a domestic corporation, sells to this non-resident foreign corporation which is located abroad, then that sale of service by a resident to a foreign corporation located abroad is considered export, Your Honor.
Are you true? Tapos na kayo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi ba nakakapagtaka kung bakit sa Hungary po kayo nagpa-register ng ABS-CBN Global KFT? Magkano po ba yung tax rate sa Hungary?
Your Honor, when we make a decision on where to locate any of our companies, we take into consideration many factors. No? In this case, since Hungary manages the IP,
Hindi po tinatanong ko lang yung tax rate kasi.
Your Honor, you mentioned, you mentioned...
ano po yung tax rate sa Hungary?
It is 9% currently, Your Honor.
Maliit po, di ba? What about ABS-CBN Global Limited, which was registered in Cayman Island? Magkano po ang tax rate? Wala po, di ba? Tax holidays. Ito po yung problema, Mr. Chair. Alam niyo kung ipagpipilitan po yung sinasabi ninyo na kayo po talagang nagbayad ng correct taxes, madali po nating makita yun eh. Pero kung sasabihin nyo sa amin, i-justify ninyo na kayo po ay PESA, kayo po ba'y consider na PESA locator?
Big Dipper is considered a PESA
Locator?
allocator. ABS-CBN, no.
Ayun po eh. Do you know what a locator is?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is a locator within the meaning of the PESA?
A locator is a company that has, for example, land or a building in which a PESA registered company may locate.
This is the beauty of this, sir, Mr. ABS-CBN. Kaya po joint hearing ito para makita rin po namin yung pagkukulang ng ating mga government agencies. In this particular case, yung PESA. Gusto namin malaman kung bakit pinalusot niya ito. Bakit kayo na-register? Within the meaning of the objectives of PESA, na kung saan dapat makinabang ang gobyerno sa maraming dapat na makakuha ng trabaho, makinabang sa pagpapalago ng ating ekonomiya. Wala po kaming nakita eh. Kaya gusto namin malaman, bakit kaya ni-register ng PESA? Hindi ba dahil lamang dun sa 5% na GIT pinag-uusapan namin? Kasi ang laki po ng mababawasan sa inyo eh. Kung hindi kayo registered, sinasabi ko nga kanina, maliwanag na ibe-base po ang pagbabayad nyo ng tax doon sa net income. And easily, ang gagawin po doon, i-slap nila yung 30% CIT. Hindi po nangyari yun eh. Parang ang nangyari, yung gross revenue no, nakalusot na eh. Hindi po ba nyo nakikita yung nakikita namin? Napakasimple po nung analysis dito eh. So, to us, Mr. Chair, Big Dipper was organized to simply act as a subterfuge para magiging understated po yung income as reflected in the difference between the two sets of revenues I presented earlier. Sa gross revenue po ng consolidated and the gross revenue of the parent company ABSCBN, there is a difference of 186 billion pesos. This is the most intriguing question, Mr. Chair, that needs to be raised.